Skylark Mack, the 18-year-old sentenced to 2 months behind bars in the Cayman Islands for breaking quarantine rules, is out of prison and back on American soil.
Skylar, how do you feel to be back in the U.S.?
Very excited.
Yeah. Mack traveled to the Caribbean island November 27th and, per island rules, was required to quarantine for 14 days. But after 2 days in isolation and a negative COVID test, Skylar removed her wrist monitor, breaching quarantine to watch her boyfriend, a professional jet skier, compete in a race, seen in this video posted by event organizers. Both Mack and her boyfriend, 24-year-old Van J. Ramgeet, who was charged with aiding and abetting, were detained and initially ordered to pay a fine and serve 40 hours of community service. But after a legal back and forth, the couple was sentenced to 2 months in prison, ultimately serving 32 days behind bars.
I got the first call, I think, that said she was in trouble, and her boyfriend called while the authorities were talking to her, and you could probably hear him. He kept saying, "Please don't be mad with her. Please don't be mad with her." And I'm like, but she knows better.
Now her grandmother, speaking for the first time since the teen returned home, a free woman.
It's the biggest relief. I finally slept through the night, and it's kind of hard to fall asleep when someone you love so much, you know that they're not sleeping and that they're uncomfortable. And I knew she's a tough girl, but she had to be scared.
Her family certainly relieved that she is back home safe, and Skylar couldn't stop smiling when I asked her how she feels about being back home. We spoke with her about that day that has certainly changed her life, and one thing Skylar and her grandmother made clear: Skylar made the decision to breach quarantine, and Skylar needed to face the consequences. Janae Norman, ABC News, Atlanta.